Yo guys, welcome to today's video. Today was pretty eventful actually. So it wasn't a very good day from a lock-in perspective. In fact, I didn't actually do any deep work today, which is not good. I don't really consider shallow work as something that's going to move the needle forward. If I'm not fully immersed in the work, it normally means that I'm just doing maintenance activities that kind of just keep me where I'm at. The deep work is really where the progress is made. So yeah, that was kind of a bit of an L, to be honest. I should have really spent a good, given myself 2 hours to just full lock in. That would have definitely helped. But anyways, I still got a lot done, and I also made quite a lot of money, which was cool. So it was another green day, and yeah, I think I did like 700 or 800 rev, which is pretty cool, and made profit, which is nice. So that's good. I've also found 3 new banger products, one of which I've launched for tomorrow. And also, I had 2 calls today with 2 different guys in ecom, and they were pretty interesting. So the first person I called was Justin, and that was actually a very interesting call because we are going to work together and try and basically spam test as many Q4 prods in the next 30 days with combined money, combined time, combined brains, and try and make something hit together because honestly, there's not a lot of time left and there's so many products that need testing. So yeah, we're going to work together on that. And I also had a call with Jason from Jason's Cabin, if you know the guy. And yeah, I had a very, very good call with him, and he kind of showed me what his philosophy is when it comes to testing, because he's come from a very different background to me in not only his ecom journey, but also before he even started ecom. He actually did a web design agency, and that's super interesting because that's very different to how I learn. The way I learned originally was I tried to do the build a brand thing, but I didn't have enough knowledge or experience. And then I went into just ripping and spam testing strategy. And he obviously had a very different experience. He actually tried to build a brand from the start, and then he stuck with that. And now he's become really good at building that branded experience for the customer and not making it look like a dropship website. So the thing I probably respect about the most from him is that he just thinks for himself, and he's deliberately trying to differentiate himself from other dropshippers by making his stores, and he's not using the methods that everyone's using. Like, he doesn't even use Shrine Theme. He uses like stock Shopify themes, which is super interesting. So I learned a lot from him, and I'm going to try and right now I'm actually going through one of my tests that's sitting at break even, and I'm going to try and brand the entire lander and just make it look like super clean and branded, and see if that is enough to give myself an edge over the competition and scale the product. We'll see, because it is a good product. I also obviously the other thing is, like, ads are super important. Like, even if my lander is the best thing in the world, it's still not necessarily going to make me money if no one sees the lander. So yeah, I'm going to make the lander good, but I also need to work on some ads as well. So that was a really interesting call, and I learned a lot from that. And it made a lot more sense to me than the popular mentality, which is just rip ads from TikTok Shop and use Shrine Theme, because I never understood how someone could buy something from a Shrine Theme website, get no shipped, and then buy something else from another Shrine Theme website. Like, that to me just seems insane. So yeah, I kind of that was an interesting call, and I'll definitely take something away from that. And also the biggest lesson that I learned is recently in the last week is to make sure you give tests good effort if they're breaking even. If they're breaking even and it's a good product, lock in on that and try and make it profitable, because it's so doable, especially when it's not Q4. Like, double down on that shit, test different landers, try and brand it, and think about how you can differentiate yourself, because that's all it takes, bro. Like, once you find a winning product, all you have to do is differentiate yourself from the competition, and you can scale that bitch up. So yeah, that's main lessons from today. I'm going to lock in now on redoing the lander for one of my stores and looking for more products, and then launching them with Justin. That's the plan. So thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.